I spent $4 on these two quarters, and no, they're not made of silver or really old or rare or anything like that. In fact, they're worth pretty much the same 50 cents as every other normal pair of quarters. And the reason I did that was to finish something I started over a decade ago, which all, strangely enough, begins with the World Cup. You see, this year, the World Cup was played here in my home country, the United States, for the first time since 1994. And even cooler for me, the final was played in my home state of New Jersey. Now, I consider myself a pretty casual soccer fan, but for this World Cup, I wanted to really immerse myself. And part of doing that was this. This is a sticker book made by the Italian sports memorabilia company Panini, and they've been a World Cup tradition since 1970. The idea is pretty simple. You buy a blank book, then you buy packs of random stickers to fill it in. But here's what makes it fun. As you open these packs, you're inevitably going to get duplicates, and the only realistic way to get the ones you need is to trade, whether that be in person, online, or wherever you can find someone holding the ones you're missing. Now, when I first bought the book, I did not expect to finish it. I figured I'd buy a couple packs and call it a day. But as I filled it out and got more stickers, I realized how much fun I was having. I'd pick up a few packs from the drugstore whenever I was out, and before long I was making real progress. And at some point, I just decided to fully commit. So I bought almost the exact amount of stickers I needed, so that if I traded away every single one of my duplicates, I'd have a full book. Now with packs running about $2 each, and each one holding 7 stickers, you can do the math yourself. It was quite a bit. But I pasted in all the new ones I got, and then I began trading. And that took me all over the place. From the FIFA fan village in Rockefeller Center, to brokering deals in Facebook trade groups with total strangers, to an official Panini sticker swap at the American Dream Mall, right across the street from the venue of the final. And through this process, I met all sorts of people, from folks who share my hometown to visitors from abroad who were here for the tournament. And eventually, lo and behold, I completed my book. But this video isn't about a sticker book. It's about the 50 cents I grossly overpaid for. And that has to do with what happened after I finished the book. You see, it got me thinking about what the point of all this was. Why I spent over $200 buying paper and countless hours trading and pasting them in, when I could have just printed out all the rosters. And then it hit me. What I was working towards was the satisfaction of completing a finite collection, striving towards a goal with a definite end in sight. You see, completing that collection and enjoying the whole process of it gave me a sensation I hadn't felt since I was a kid. It sent me straight back to a coin folder I hadn't touched in over a decade, of the 50 state quarters, which I started as a kid and never finished. And when I dug that folder out, I realized I was only missing 2 coins, which meant I had a choice. Either let a nearly finished thing sit unfinished for another decade, or just go and get it done. And you know exactly what I did. And that is why I paid $4 for 50 cents of coins. Coins that probably get spent by the thousands every day as regular quarters all over the country. Coins that are pretty much worthless to most people. But for me, they represented a memory. Hunting for quarters with my grandpa, digging through all the spare change in my house. This wasn't about the coins. It was about closing a chapter I had completely forgotten about. And that's the beauty of the finite collection. It's one of the few things in life where done is a real, achievable state. And chasing that feeling can be strong enough to drag a kid's coin folder out of a drawer 12 years later. And it doesn't have to be material either. It can be a collection of memories, whether it be visiting every national park or Major League Baseball stadium. To me, it's one of the most satisfying things in life, striving for a goal where you can see the end, where you know with 100% certainty that if you put in the effort, you'll get there. So think back, if you've got a collection sitting half finished somewhere, go finish it. It might bring you more satisfaction than you think.